It's rant time. Why all the DC TV Universe TV shows on the CW, except Black Lightning, which already does, need to have far shorter seasons. Hi, how are you? It's great to see you. I'm RazMansReality, here to alter your reality with another video on DC TV. So if this is your first time here and you're passionate about the worlds of entertainment, pro wrestling, and sports, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification icon so that you don't miss anything. So, as you all know, if you've been a long time follower of this channel, DC TV is one of my favorite things. I've tried for the last 2 years to review all the episodes. Hopefully next year it will finally happen. I thought for sure this year we were finally on track for it, but then I moved and switched computers and everything got thrown off, and by the time I could get back to filming, we were almost done with all the seasons. So I'll probably do season reviews this year, see how that goes. Maybe I'll just do season reviews because I want to talk about Riverdale too. I'm not quite sure how to handle all of my DC TV content except for breaking news. I think that'll be easy to cover. But last night I'm watching Arrow, and oh boy, did I come to a realization for all the wrong reasons. You see, Arrow, when it works, can be a fantastic show. Without Arrow, there would be no Flash, no Supergirl, no Legends. However, the latter is a whole other subject for a whole other time. But last night, without getting into spoilers, because I know there are some people from comments that I had last year that don't watch the shows until they drop on Netflix, or watch them via Vudu and maybe haven't seen them yet. So, without getting into spoilers, last night on Arrow featured an episode about the big bad of the season that was supposed to gain you sympathy for the big bad. And the big issue that I had with it is that it completely stopped the entire momentum of the show dead. This is episode 20 of Arrow season 6. 20. That means we are 5 episodes away from the finale. 5 episodes away from the end of the season. How can you stop the main track, the main focal point of the show dead that close to the end of the year? And then on top of it, the purpose that it was trying to serve was a pointless purpose, because what it was trying to do was, in the end, make you sympathetic for the big bad. You meet a character, you grow to hate him or her, again, not getting into spoilers, but you grow to hate said character the way you're supposed to, because this is the villain, this is the individual causing all the problems. You're supposed to hate the villain and everything they stand for, not be, oh my gosh, this is why they are the way they are, maybe I should be sympathetic toward them. Now, I know that people will make the argument against that by saying they did the same thing with Slade Wilson this year. The difference there is Arrow canon and comic canon as well, in some places, has established that Deathstroke is not always a bad guy. So having sympathy for Slade Wilson is an entirely different animal. But if this is a true villain, I don't want to have sympathy for him, and I don't want a whole episode wasted on the fact that you want me to have sympathy for the villain. That's not the way that this works. And then on top of all of that, it just featured a trope that is one that just drives me up a wall, which is, okay, we're suddenly having a need to create a story here. So in order for this plotline to work, we need to create a organization or something. In this case, it was an organization that suddenly feels very important. But we only have one episode to do it. So in the course of 43 minutes without commercials, we need to make you believe that this character wanting to be a part of this organization is an important thing, even though you've never heard of it in the comics or in the course of the show at all. So that really bothers me. If you want something to feel important, put weight behind it and make it important by dropping its name a few times. Just give it that little ice cream sprinkles effect a few times throughout the year and you won't have a problem. You really won't, because you've already established that said name is an important name to pay attention to. And then the final issue is that because you had both of those issues in the episode, you had lines that made no sense. You literally had one of the characters in the episode mention that the episode was convenient and had a convenient plot point in it. And when your characters on your TV show are telling you that your TV show is convenient, guess what? That is a problem. A big, big, big problem. Now, let's compare and contrast this with Black Lightning, who, for those of you who haven't seen it, is by far the best season ever of DC TV. I'm not talking about a season 1. I'm not talking about a season 2. It's the best overall season of DC TV. Because, with the exception of maybe the fact that it should have been 15 episodes instead of 13 episodes, because there were a few elements at the end that weren't really tied up together the way you would like for them to be. It did not have a waste episode. From beginning to end, it was a tight thread that made you care about all the characters and made you invested and believe in the ending. Why is that? Because they only had 13 episodes. Again, it should have been 15. But they only had 13 episodes to fill in their plotline. They didn't have 26 episodes, which is the reason that there are so many filler episodes in a season. Look at the success of British TV, like shows like Doctor Who, Broadchurch, etc. Why they work, why they're so entertaining and so tight-knit, is that they follow the same formula that Netflix follows with most of their originals. The shorter the season, the better the plot. And a superhero TV show, if it does nothing else, if it can't be accurate to the comics because you need to make changes, has to be entertaining all throughout. When you have these filler, non-important episodes, you create problems, and that's why people think that the DC TV universe is going downhill. And it isn't just limited to Arrow, folks. Oh no. The Flash had the problem this week, in fact, along with Arrow. Supergirl had the problem this week, in fact, along with Arrow. This was a bad week for each one of the DC TV shows except for Black Lightning's finale. Even though Black Lightning's finale was, again, had a few hanging plot threads, overall it was fantastic. Just a problem overall, period, when you have this many episodes of television to fill. There's just no way around the issue, because you're going to have an episode to fill that you can't drive your plot forward, because it's impossible to drive your main narrative forward for that many episodes. Again, without spoilers, when you have an episode of Supergirl where the character is supposed to feel bad about their father dying, and then it becomes about their relationship with their mother instead of driving the main plot forward, or when you have an episode of The Flash where instead of focusing on, oh, this is how the big bad is doing this is what we get at the ending, oh my gosh, we got major stakes. We've spent a whole entire episode feeling sympathy for another character and wondering about another character's plight that doesn't drive our plot line forward. It's a problem. And it takes away from the best part of TV for me. I love the DC TV universe. You can see all that comic stuff behind me. Actually, you can't see Batman now because of the way the new setup is, but trust me, he's back there. All the DVDs are back there. And all the Blu-rays are back there. I love Batman. I love everything about DC. I still collect all the DC TV shows except for Legends because that's just how I feel about Legends. But you gotta fix this problem because especially this year on The Flash, I was so jazzed up by who the main villain is. And for the most part, it has been fan-freaking-tastic. But when you have these filler episodes, it just makes me not want to be invested anymore. It disappoints me so much as the little boy who has read comics since the age of 6 years old. It makes me realize that I shouldn't spend time and energy being invested in these shows because all they're going to do is disappoint me. I know CW / whatever network you are in Canada and other places, I know for your bottom line, Warner Brothers, that it's all about that money, which comes from the ratings. But it should be all about the entertainment, period. If you want these shows to succeed, if you want Flash to last as long as Arrow, if not longer, 10 seasons, if you want Black Lightning to last 10 seasons, if you want Supergirl to last 10 seasons, you have wonderful elements in there. You have shown that you have 3 really great shows on your block now. Or 4, because Black Lightning's here. You have shown that is the case. But it won't happen if you constantly give people a reason to think, oh, they can tune out of this episode. And that is just the reality of what's happening here. Because you have so many episodes in a season. About halfway through an episode, you're like, oh, this episode isn't driving the plot forward. Flip. That's what your instinct can be. So please, executives in the Berlanti-verse, please, pull Black Lightning, pull Legends when it was somewhat tolerable, pay attention to what all the streaming services do. Go with a shorter season so that you have a plot line and a season that all the viewers can be invested in from start to finish. Don't make me pull my hair out by literally having a character tell me that your show is convenient anymore. If you enjoyed today's video and want to continue to have your reality altered on the worlds of entertainment, pro wrestling, and sports, then hit the round subscribe icon on your screen. And as always, this has been your RazMansReality Check.